When there is one or more missing teeth, usually it's advantageous to replace that tooth if it's feasible to do so. One of the options may be a bridge. Another option may be an implant. So I encourage you to also look at our little presentation from the web page about what is an implant. But here we're going to talk about a bridge. We wanted you to visually conceptualize a little better what is a bridge. So here's a diagrammatic representation. On this model, there is a space where a tooth has been missing. The bridge that you see here is going to cement over the adjacent teeth and replace that missing tooth. You can see from the diagram here that these adjacent or anchor teeth have been cut down considerably for the bridge to fit over that. This is a similar shape how the tooth would be prepared for an individual crown. I would encourage you to watch our other presentation on what is a crown so you can get a better sense of how and why a tooth is shaped like this. A bridge then consists of basically 3 teeth in a row. They're all joined together, and they're going to cement over those 2 adjacent teeth, similar to how a single crown cements over a single tooth. Here's another diagram representation. This bridge is cementing over the 2 anchor or abutment teeth, and when it's in place can look pretty natural, like 3 teeth in a row, and you wouldn't know that it was a bridge or that it was anything other than natural teeth. Notice that the bottom of the bridge here is going to just lightly touch the gum line when it's cemented into place here, and can be made to look like it's growing out of the gum the way the adjacent teeth are growing out of the gum. So it can be a good natural aesthetic result. You can't floss between the teeth any longer when the bridge is in place because these 3 teeth are all one piece. But there is a technique for flossing or using water pick underneath so that this artificial tooth in the middle can be cleaned effectively underneath and cleaned of dental plaque. Here's a clinical situation for an example. This thing that you see here is basically just a plastic retractor pulling the cheek out of the way so you can get a view of the teeth. So here you see a missing tooth leaving its space, and there's a desire to replace that, both for function and aesthetics. And this could be done with a bridge or with an implant. In this case, we're doing it with a bridge. The advantage of doing an implant, as you'll see if you look at the implant presentation, is that you don't have to affect or damage at all the adjacent teeth. In this situation, both of these adjacent teeth or anchor teeth are weak, cracked, and in need of restoring anyway. So in this case, a bridge makes a better option. An implant could be done here, but both of these 2 teeth would still need to be restored anyway. This is a view looking down at the tops of the teeth, so you can get a sense of how these teeth are kind of badly damaged already. This tooth has a part of the cusp broken off, as does this tooth. There's an old restoration here which is breaking down. So here these teeth need restoring even if we weren't replacing the missing tooth. So the bridge will take care of both at the same time. So after the anchor teeth are shaped, an impression is made of those teeth and the surrounding teeth, sent to a lab, so an exact duplicate model is made of the teeth. And again, I'll refer you back to our presentation about what is a crown, so you can get a little better sense of that. But this will show you what the shape of the teeth are like now that this stage has been reached. These little slice marks are made in the lab just to facilitate the making of the bridge. So the bridge will be made on this model. Then when the bridge goes back to the mouth, it will fit perfectly on the teeth because this model is so precise. And in this case, here's the finished bridge. So the 2 adjacent teeth here and here are going to cement over the teeth that were prepared in the shape that you saw. Here, the tooth in between will come down and just lightly touch the gum line so that it rests on the gum and looks natural in the mouth and is also easy to clean. So there are techniques to use floss or other devices to clean under the artificial tooth in the mouth so that that's kept clean and doesn't become a plaque trap. This is a view of the underside of the bridge, and this bridge is done as an all ceramic bridge in material called zirconia. There's no metal understructure. The ceramic is very, very strong zirconia and also very biocompatible. In years past, we didn't have a ceramic with this strength, so bridges tended to be made with a metal and porcelain baked around them to look better, but a metal understructure. So all ceramic bridges now are quite workable and very successful. And you can see the underside of this artificial tooth, or what we call the pontic, is a smooth glazed surface where it's going to lightly touch the gum line. And here's a picture of the bridge on the model. It's now ready to go into the mouth to be tried in and fitted and make sure everything fits perfectly before cementing it in place. And here's the bridge in place. So there are 3 teeth in a row, so we would call this a 3-unit bridge. And you can see how natural it can look. One of the requirements of a bridge is that you have adjacent teeth or a tooth on either side of the space. If this tooth were missing, as well as this tooth missing, a bridge would not be possible, and the option there might have to be an implant. But this gives you the sense of a bridge replacing a single tooth, sometimes replacing more than one tooth, as long as there are anchor teeth on either side of that space.